Hi, my name is Joseph Weeks. Welcome to my channel. And today I shall be talking to you about a software, a tool called Viralfindr. And it's a software that will help you grow your Instagram channel or your Instagram posts, rather. Instagram channel or Instagram post. Well, for lack of a better word, yeah, let's use the word post. And what does Viralfindr do? It helps you save time finding content for social media. I think that is not just what it does. It has a whole suite of tools within it that will help you utilize it in different ways. And I'm just going to walk you through some of these right now. So what you do is you can register for the free account. All through this demo, I shall be using a free account. I don't have, or I might not have access to some of the features because I'm on a free account. But in general, I will be walking you through what I feel this software is all about and what it will help you in terms of your actual channel growth. Now, you all know what's about to happen. Today is the 19th of January, and the Supreme Court in America might be passing a ruling where TikTok, at least for American users, will be actually banned. Now, this doesn't mean that if you have a TikTok account, you can't still use your TikTok account, but two things are going to happen. One, no new users will be taken on, and number two, no updates will be actually forthcoming for the accounts or for the apps that actually exist in America. And that would more or less render the platform useless because of security and other issues that it might not be able to conform with. So this is how it's going to stack up, except the ruling goes the other way or somebody else buys it. There have been rumors that Elon Musk might buy it, but with these things, you never know. And I think that for people who have already grown their channels on TikTok to a certain extent, I don't think the transition to Instagram will be that much more difficult. Content is the content. The type of content you produce will be used in Reels. The only other thing that you might have to do is you might have to actually align that with posts, like making still images, photographs, and using the carousel feature and all that other good stuff. But many of the systems and the structures which you're probably used to, apart from the fact that I think with TikTok, what the algorithm works slightly differently in that it's more attuned to showing out your content to whoever is on the platform that is looking for your kind of content, and it's not as like the other social media platforms is not as restricted when your channel is not as big. So with TikTok, you can be a nobody and become a somebody. With the other platforms, it's a bit different and you have to put in the work. So to that effect, you need tools that will help you do this. And this is one of these tools. What I'm going to show you now is I've already registered. So you come down here, you have to use your Google account or one of your Google accounts to register. And what it essentially does, it says here, with Viralfindr, people have access to a simple research platform, which is what I think is its real power. That allows you to see how your competitors are finding success. And this is another thing. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can just plug and play if you know what indications or what indices you're looking for, and if you know exactly who your competitors or the leaders, niche leaders in your field are. It is an easier way to go in and begin to look at what they actually are doing. Now, let's come up here. Like I said, you have to register using your account, your Google account, and then once you sign in, you are good to go. So here we are. So this is my free account. I've already done a search. I did a video with using this and an AI platform, Gemini 2.0, and I'm going to leave the link. I'll ask you to watch this after this. I'm going to leave the link. I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing. I'm going to have to leave the link. Let me see. Can you see where I'm pointing? Maybe not. But anyway, the link will be up there, and you'll be able to see the video. I go into it in actual detail, and it's almost like a case study. I walk you through how I've set up a new channel and how I'm going to be looking to find hashtags and other aspects of how I'm going to work within the structure of both this and AI to attempt to grow the channel. It is definitely worth watching. So on the left you have the dashboard, on the right you have different tabs. You have the dashboard, you have feed, analytics, user search, hashtag search, user reels, videos, results, billing, favorites you can save, profile, and logout. So it's a pretty simple dashboard. I mean, it's one that has been repeated time and time again, and it's nothing that I think anybody who is used to using different kinds of software cannot navigate. So this is going to be a quick one. I'm just going to walk through each of the different areas and probably talk to you about what I think will be one of the best ways to use it. Now, bearing in mind that some of you who might watch this video might be more attuned and better acclimatized to using many of these channels and might have your own strategies, but that doesn't mean that you cannot use them within the framework of what you see in this video, and maybe I might be able to give a few insights myself. Now, if you go to this is the dashboard, and you can see you have a number of niches. I have because I've already done a search with this, I could have used one of these niches, like clicking on one of these niches, and you would have seen what it will come up with. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go and look and see what you can see when you use one of the searches or one of these searches for a method by which you are looking or to get information for your channel, or to look at the competition and what the competition are actually doing. And the one I used was the hashtag search, and the reason why I used the hashtag search, which I'll show to you in a second, was because of the fact that I was actually looking for hashtags for my Instagram channel. My Instagram channel is fairly new, and let me see if I can find it on here. Yes, here it is. That's my Instagram channel, and you can see I have only 17 posts on here as it stands. So I'm just at the beginning of the journey of growing this channel, and I think that this software is going to be invaluable for me when I begin to use it properly, and the more I post and the more I begin to tweak things, because at the heart of it, what you're trying to do is you're constantly pivoting with this software and with these ideas to ensure that you can get the best or optimized outcomes for your channels. So here we are. You have feed analytics. Click on feed and it will show you the feed that it's actually with this. What happened was I looked for a niche in I'll just say this to you. We can click on this. Let's see what it comes up with. Popular on Instagram. I checked this last time and a number of videos came up, and I wasn't quite sure if these videos were what was actually the most popular on Instagram right now, or it was based on what you were actually searching for. So you can see this is like in Spanish, I think, and you can see the number of likes, 7,390, and this is a feed of somebody, I believe, who's just walking and with the camera pointing downward. So I'm not exactly sure how this is used. I'm going to have to go and look to see. So this is more of it, 4,300. It's a very similar sort of thing than here, and you can see 31,196 likes, which is an awful lot. I've not really looked at this video or anything, but I think that this is something that you can explore yourself. Like I said, you can actually go and get a free account and see what's going on there. With analytics, if I click on analytics, for example, it takes a while to load. Like I said, I've actually used my channel to upload my channel on here, and you can see I had 7 followers and 17 uploads and an engagement of 2.38. It gives you engagement, average likes, and average comments. Average likes I had 0.17, and average comments nothing yet on this channel. Statistics, there's really nothing because it's a new channel, and on and on. It gives you a projection, and it'll tell you that if at the consistent rate that you are growing at, what is going to be if you have X number of followers. For less than 1,000 followers, 8%, and profile engagement is 2.38, and it tells you that for less than 5,000 it will be 5.7%, so it will drop a bit at this rate. So I think what you probably be advised to do or incentivized to do is to try to bump it up. It also gives you some information about the caption you have and the actual images you have and the likes and comments. So almost like a dashboard, and then it gives you stats. As you can see, my stats are really on the floor because nothing has really happened so far for likes, for comments, and for caption word count. Now, the caption word count is something that I'm not too sure I have really looked into correctly or properly, but it's one I'll be exploring. And I think it probably will will refer to the amount of words used within the caption. And I'm not too sure how this impacts or this affects in terms of the actual structure of your channel, whether it helps with the searching. I'm not too sure. Now let's go to user search. This is a feature that you can use if you actually know who you're actually looking for. It if we take, for example, a very popular individual, we can find individuals like people who are stars or people who are in your niche who are quite big. And what it will do is it will come and it will give you information. I'm going to show you that the kind of information that it'll probably give you about a particular person you're looking at or looking for. So now let's go to hashtag search. I've done a hashtag search already, and on this hashtag search, I'll just click on this. I was looking at vintage cars because of my Instagram channel, and you see what you get with this. You get a you can get a kind of profile or a what I'll call instances of the kind of hashtags that are most used within this particular niche. So for vintage cars, you can see these hashtags. You can use a number of these, I would presume, within your actual post. And you can also look at most mentioned. And based on this, you can actually begin to craft content. So most mentioned, you can see what people are actually looking at. You can see some unknown. Let me see something. BMW Classic E24. I think, what is that a car I actually own myself? I'm not sure, but you can take that on, and because it's one of the bigger ones that are being mentioned, you can make content on this, and this can be, or you can look for one of those cars, take a picture of it, and you can utilize it on your actual page, and you can actually be one of those people who might start a discussion, or one of those images that get liked because it's one that is actually being discussed in relation to vintage cars. That is if you're a niche, if that's the niche that you're interested in. My thing with this, when I looked at it, was I saw that the average likes were particularly low, and I see that you have most likes 920, and in total 90. So that's not very much, and I think that this niche specifically is fairly small, and I think that because if you look at my page, I'm not just photographing one thing. In truth, it's a page that actually deals with photography, but I would like to actually not just use photography tags. I would like to use subject matter tags as well. So allied with the fact that I have photography tags, I'm going to also have subject matter tags, and I'm going to actually align them with what I think is particularly useful. Now, the other feature I will look at when it comes to this page, as you can see, these are some of the images of the cars, and you can see some of the information on here, likes and comments. You can see that the number of comments are not very many because this is not a niche that people maybe have a lot to say about. I'm not too sure why this is the case. So you can come down here as well, and you can actually go in and look in a bit more detail. You can see the ones that have the comments. You can click on that, and it will bring up the actual ones, images that have the comments. You can see this has 12 comments, this has 4 comments, and these are 6 comments. So not that many comments, and that should tell you enough about this niche. In terms of engagement, you can see what it's going to do. It's going to look at and bring up again what it deems as engagement, which I probably think will be the hearts, and the comments. So this is together, they'll probably form what it'll call engagement for a particular post. And you can see once again that it's not particularly high. So in relation to this specific niche, I think that this is going to be one that will definitely not use on its own for any post. So these are the kind of insights you can get using this tool, and you can actually mirror or tailor your actual posts to the amount of information you get looking at other users or looking at your users, and determining whether or not the tags you're using will have the actual outcome you hope for because of the volume or the level of engagement that the actual hashtags will you or the posts themselves. Now you can look at, this is a new one, video. I'm not too sure what this is. I think you can search by niche for specific videos, and also user reels as well. Once again, if you know what reels you're actually interested in looking for, I think this is something that you can definitely look at, and you can decide whether or not these reels are the ones that will you want to actually make within your channel, or you want to actually utilize the styles. Now, results. Let's go back down to results. Results is another area in which, now these are the results of the search I did, and this is, I actually showed you vintage cars, and I got the idea because I was actually looking for tags for a specific post. Now the specific post I was looking at was for this car, which is a Jaguar. As you can see, the vintage Jaguar on my site, and I got this tag because I used AI to get this tag, and I encourage you to go and watch the video to see how I went about looking for the specific tags for this particular image. And then I had to come to this site and then make sure that it was actually the right one to utilize. Now, this is what this software looks like in a nutshell. I'll leave a link down below for you to come, and I'm not an affiliate for this in any way, so it's up to you. You can pick it up and begin to play around with the free aspect of it, or you can actually pick up and buy and get access to more searches. Either which way, I think is a good tool to use, and I would definitely encourage you to use it. Thanks very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up, or add a comment if you have any similar videos or any similar software like this that you would like me to know about, or any ideas you have in relation to how best to use this tool. Remember, one of the best ways to actually work with this is that you can copy viral content, you can get the same level of engagement. You can then put, if you're an affiliate, you can then go into your actual user detail, your info, and put in information on there for whatever you are an affiliate for, and people might, out of curiosity, want to look at your profile, and that is one of the ways by which you can actually begin to, or you can ask people, you can put a call to action, ask people to go to your bio if they want more info about anything that you have put down on your or within your channel. And it also gets more interesting because there are other ways people do this in terms of how they continue to engage with people who come to their actual profile. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.